Okay, hi again. We are now in the lab and we're going to talk about some things that you can maybe purchase online to get you through, maybe some off-the-shelf devices and things like that. There's some things that I'd like you to look for when you're looking for things that are off the shelf, particularly for tibialis posterior tendonitis. So obviously when we're getting too much collapse of those ankles and those arches inwards, which is putting that too much strain on that tibialis posterior tendon, we need something that's going to support you. Some of those ones that you find in the drugstore that are just soft and squishy and they feel okay when you put them on because they're nice and cushy, they're really not giving you any support. They're not really giving you any control. They're giving you a little bit of cushion. And for some people, that's all they need. But when you're dealing with this condition, it's not nearly enough. So the one that I like to use, and I don't mean to endorse any particular item. There are lots of different good ones out there. But the main thing is that we want one that doesn't have a huge amount of flex in the middle there. We want something that when you stand on it, it isn't just going to collapse down on you. So this one particularly here has a pretty stiff support. It does have some flex to it. It's not like a complete rigid piece of steel, but it's fairly firm. The other thing I like about this particular product too, I don't know if you can see this here, this is what we call a heel post. And it might be a little tough to see, but you might get the idea that it's a little thicker on the inside. So there's the arch. It's a little bit higher. It's a little thicker on the inside than it is on the outside. So what that essentially means is it's a little canted. That's what we call a rear foot post or a varus post. And so that when your foot wants to roll in, it actually hits a little bit of a barrier there to force it back the other way, because that's a big part of what happens during that motion. So if you're looking for an insole that you can find on Amazon or wherever else, look for one that talks about having a fairly semi-rigid support, and you're looking for things that are going to give you max control. This one here, again, not to endorse any particular one, but this is called a Power Step, and it's a Power Step Protect Control, and that's the one that has that post on it. But again, we carry them here. That's the one that I kind of like the best for people that don't need a custom foot orthotic but do need some support. We tend to use that one. Okay, so we're now going to talk about some of the things that you can try if you don't have an insole at home. How about you might fix up some things that you do have kicking around the house.